Welcome to Soup for the Soul. This is Kimmy Wyatt. This Soup for the Soul is everyone is not your soul mate. And there are people who believe that there is such a thing as a soulmate, and there are others rather who do not believe there is such a thing. I believe there is a thing as such as a soulmate, but you can have more than one. And the reason for that, and I'll say it again, is because I believe in astrology. There are 12 signs of the zodiac. There are 12 months in the year. The sun is round, the moon is round, the planets are round. And what I'm saying is everything that's round does what? Goes back around. It's just, it's a never ending circle. I mean, is what it is. And so when someone born in February, around the 7th or 10th, and then you have someone born around the 8th, okay? When you have those two people, they're going to act alike. They're going to have character traits just so freaking similar, okay? And of course, 10% of that, of the 100%, is how they were raised. You know, it also depends on what astrological signs raised you. But your core astrological sign, you're going to act like someone born, you know, of that same astrological sign, and even more so if you guys are around the same, were born around the same, on or around the same day. Okay, so going forward, a lot of people think that everyone that comes in their life is their soulmate. Get over yourself, okay? You are one entity of the astrological sign, zodiac sign. And let's just say if you're a Gemini, you may or may not be compatible with another Gemini. I haven't looked it up because I'm not a Gemini. But just to throw a astrological sign out there, there are 4, count them. Well, I say 3. You know, they say 4, and when I say they say, these are the people who really take this to another level, way beyond what anything that I've ever done or will do. But there are people who are, you know, who are into astrology that say you have 4 signs that you're compatible with. I say 3. 3 that you're absolutely compatible with, because the 4th one, yes, you are compatible with that person, but maybe it's a 60-40 as opposed to a 90, and because nothing is 100, okay? But if you take your sign and compare it with the ones that you're compatible with, and this is on the internet now. This is one thing you don't have to do. Well, which one of the 11 signs, or in 12, because you could be compatible with yourself. There are signs that are compatible entities. But if you look it up on the internet and get your sign together, and then you look up the signs you're compatible with, most of them are going to be consistent. I don't know why I had to yawn when I started recording. Okay, so most of them are going to be consistent with, but there's going to be about 4 of those signs. So if you are a Capricorn, for instance, you are compatible with Taurus. I think Gemini, but I'm not for sure. But you're compatible with a Taurus. Definitely one of the ultimate combinations is a Taurus and a Capricorn of the astrological signs. And so what we do is we go out looking for a mate, a soul mate. Even those, especially those rather, who have never been married, women, and they want to get married, and they just, whatever person comes up to them, they just pray that this person basically asks them to marry without taking into consideration, excuse me again, I was okay until I started recording, I promise. And so they, without taking into consideration, am I compatible to this person? Is it really worth me jumping the broom or getting married? And I don't know if we're going to get along. Because in all reality, I'm going to be honest with you. When you first meet a person, you're meeting the representative anyway. I don't care what astrological sign it is. I don't care how people will try to sugarcoat it. I'm always being myself. Well, you know what? Yeah, but if you put your elbows on the table when you eat at home, you're probably not going to do it when you take someone out to eat. Although I did went on a date with a guy in my younger years. And this guy was really, had to have been being himself. This guy was, I mean, I've never seen anyone eat a plate of food in the manner this guy was eating this plate of food. And I mean, he was, which explains why he was even on a date. It was a hookup date, meaning, I have this friend, don't remember the ins and outs of it. And this guy had his elbows on the table. He was, this and that. And you would think for a moment, is he doing this on purpose? But no. I found out from the hookup person that really is how he is. Well, honey, no. We can't do anything, like nothing, not even breathe the same air. But going back to what I was saying, which proves my point, basically, that person was not compatible with me. And when I found out what their astrological sign was, they weren't. Now, another sign may be attracted to a man like that. He's macho, caveman-like, just not me, not my type. So when you find out your 3 of 4, or you can use the 4 if you want, those are the signs you need to focus on, you guys. I'm going to keep it simple. You really need to focus on finding a mate or settling down with the mate of one of those 4 astrological signs. And yes, there are 8 other signs that they could be, but why even worry yourself with that? Why spread yourself thin? Go ahead and focus on the other signs. And here, this is what you do when you meet someone. You ask them, you don't ask them directly right after you meet them, when's your birthday? But when you go on a date with the person, or you have talked to them a couple of times, it's okay to ask someone, when is their birthday? You can say even without the year. I don't want to know the year, just when is your birthday? Now, the first thing that's going to come to their mind is that you're wanting to know their birthday to get them a gift. Especially if you guys are on the same page of probably getting together, or you just met this person. But some people will catch on that you want to know their birthday because you're trying to find out what their astrological sign is. And I've come across men like that, at least 2. And it's okay. Tell them, yeah, I really am, because I really don't want to waste my time knowing that you and I are probably not going to be compatible. Now, here's the deal. If you're a soldier and you really say, well, you know what, I'm one of these astrological signs that's lenient, I can compromise, then you may have 8 signs that you can deal with, 4 that you're absolutely compatible with, and then 4 that, you can live with. And that would be the next 4 signs if you're going to use the 4 out of 12, the 4, what I'm trying to say, 4, 4, and 4 that's on the internet, that most people that are into astrology and will do. But if you use my method, then it would be 6 signs, that 3 of which you are definitely compatible with, and 3 which you tolerate. You tolerate these people. They get on your nerves, but you tolerate them. You guys apologize and you think about it later and say it really wasn't worth it, and it's a done deal. And so if you're that type of person, you have 6 signs that you can deal with as far as finding a soulmate. But if you are really sick and tired of you're just tired, you just want to really settle down with your soulmate is one of the 3 astrological signs, 4 if you look it up, that you are compatible with. And if you're going to look it up, use that 4th sign. Now, what happens when you're absolutely compatible with a sign, you really are compatible with this person. And don't put them in a category from 1 to 4. I really want a Capricorn because I read about them and they're, no. You want either of those signs because you really, truly are compatible. One's going to make you laugh. One's going to make you laugh a little bit more. One's going to be compassionate. One's going to be compassionate a little bit more. But that one that's not less compassionate comes along in another way that the other one does not. Okay? This is Kimmy Wyatt. Thank you for joining the Soup for the Soul, and I hope you listen to all of my Soup for the Souls. Well, let me see. Chabela, hasta la vista, buenas horas, buenas noches, arrivederci, au revoir, salida, don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you, and, of course, goodbye.